You got something? Magnificent sight out here. Magnificent desolation. Start to lose my balance in one direction, and recovery is quite natural and very easy. And moving arms around Jack doesn't go off the surface. Not quite that light-footed.
This is the solar wind composition experiment. The Sun continually emits a flux of electrically charged particles into space. This is termed the solar wind. The Earth's magnetic field prevents these charged particles from reaching the Earth's surface, although in the Earth's polar regions these particles can reach the upper part of the atmosphere, causing auroras. The Moon is outside the Earth's magnetic field for most.
Okay, Buzz, we ready to bring down the camera? Okay, Houston, I'm going to change lenses on you.
The Lunar Flag Assembly, or LFA, was a kit containing a flag of the United States, designed to be planted by astronauts on the Moon during the Apollo program. 7 such flag assemblies were sent to the Moon, 6 of which were planted, the exception being the one carried on Apollo 13, which had to abort its landing due to a serious spacecraft failure. The nylon flags were hung on telescoping staffs and horizontal bars constructed of 1-inch anodized aluminium tubes. The flags were carried on the outside of the Apollo lunar module, most of them on the descent ladder inside a thermally.
And incidentally, these rocks, very powdery surface, I believe I'm out of your field of view. Is that right now, Houston? That's affirmative, Buzz. I've noticed several times in going from the sunlight into shadow that just as I go in, I catch an additional reflection off the lens. That, along with the reflection off my face onto the visor, makes visibility very poor just at the transition sunlight into the shadow. I essentially have so much glare coming onto my visor, I'm under shadow, until helmet actually gets shadow, and then it takes a short while for my eyes to adapt to lighting conditions inside the shadow area. Like it's a little difficult to dig through the crust. Very interesting. It's a very soft surface, but here and there where I plug with the contingency sample collector, I run into very hard surface, but it appears to be very cohesive material of the same sort. Tranquility Base, this is Houston. Could we get both of you on the camera for a minute, please? I'd like to evaluate the various paces that a person can traveling on the lunar surface. Be advised that a lot of the rock samples out here, the hard rock samples, have what appear to be vesicles in the surface. Houston, roger out. Oh, that looks beautiful from here, Neil. It has a stark beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States. It's different, but it's very pretty out here. My pocket open, Buzz? Yes, it is. It's not up against your suit, though. Hit it back once more. More toward the inside. Okay, that's good. Hey, Neil, didn't I say we might see some purple rocks? Find the purple rocks? Yep. Okay, the descent engine did not leave a crater of any size. It has about 1 foot clearance on the ground. We're essentially on a very level place here. I can see some evidence of rays emanating from the descent engine, but very insignificant amount. Neil, this is Houston, radio check, over. Hi, Roger. Houston, loud and clear. Roger out. Loud and clear, Houston. Roger, Buzz. Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston? Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. Neil, this is Houston. We're getting a picture. You're not in at the present time. We can see the bag on the LEC being moved by Buzz, though. Here you come into our field of view. Yeah, surface material powdery. I don't know how good your lens is, but if you can smudges above. Okay, it's quite dark here in the shadow and a little hard for me to see that I have good footing. I'll work my way over into the sunlight here without looking directly into the sun. Man, didn't know you could throw so far. You can really throw things a long way up here. Something interesting in the bottom of this little crater here.
So yeah, why did that like invoke such an emotional response?
Well, growing up as a kid, as most kids, I always wanted to be an astronaut.
I want to back up and partially close the hatch. Making sure not to lock it on my way out.
So yeah, why?
Something interesting in the bottom of this little crater here. I'd like to evaluate the various paces that a person can traveling on the surface.
Hello?
Be advised that a lot of the rock samples out here, the hard rock samples, have what appear to be vesicles in the surface. Houston, roger out.
My father gave a copy
interesting. It's a very soft surface, but here and there where I plug with the contingency sample collector, I run into very hard surface, but it appears to be very cohesive material of the same sort.
Neil, this is Houston. Based on your camera transfer with the LEC, do you foresee any difficulties in SRC transfer over? Difficulties in SR?
Negative. Oh, that looks beautiful from here, Neil. It has a stark beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States. It's different, but it's very pretty out here. Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston?
Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. Neil, this is Houston. We're getting a picture. You're not in at the present time. We can see the bag on the LEC being moved by Buzz, though. Here you come into our field of view.
Something interesting in the bottom of this little crater here.
Tranquility Base, this is Houston. Could we get both of you on the camera for a minute, please?
Yeah, surface material, powdery. I don't know how good your lens is, but if you can smudges above. I start to lose my balance in one direction, and recovery is quite natural and very easy. And moving arms around, Jack doesn't go off the surface. Not quite that light-footed. You have to be careful that you're leaning in the direction you want to go, otherwise you slightly inebriate. In other words, you have to cross your foot over to stay underneath where your center of mass is. All right, you do have to be
Tranquility Base, Houston.
Roger, go ahead.
Roger, our guidance recommendation is pings, and you're cleared for takeoff.
Roger, understand. We're number one on the runway.
Roger.
Proceed. Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up. 5 to pitch over. Very smooth. Balance come along. Very quiet ride. There's that smoke crater on there.
Thousand feet high, 80 feet per second vertical rise. Here you go, Houston. The request manual start override. Roger. 2,600 feet altitude. Eagle Houston, you're looking good to us.
Houston, we got the service module going by. Roger, thank you. And it's rotating just like it should be. Thrusters are firing. 800 nautical miles high. Velocity 33,000 feet per second. Houston, we'll have you for about 3-4 minutes through Redstone and then pick you up after blackout through Orion. Roger. Guidance reports Apollo 11 right down the middle of the corridor. And 11 Houston, you're going over the hill there shortly. You're looking mighty fine to us. See you later.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
Apollo 11, Houston, through Orion. Apollo 11, Houston, and the blind airboss has a visual contact. Apollo 11, Houston, standing by for your density reading, over. Apollo 11, this is Hornet, over. Apollo 1, Apollo 11, the great large core, position 1330.